yesterday. They are able to enjoy these lighter holiday moments here at the White House. Thank you.
Great point. Thanks.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says he is ready and willing to coordinate Syria airstrikes with the United States. Putin made the statement following a meeting with French President Hollande. And to this point, the U.S. and Russia have communicated so as to avoid confrontations in the airspace over Syria, but haven't coordinated their air campaigns. Both countries say they are targeting ISIS, but they disagree on whether Bashar al-Assad should be part of Syria's future. Joining me now is Republican Congressman from North Carolina's 9th District, Robert Pittenger, who recently returned from a trip to the Middle East. Congressman, I appreciate your being with us on this Friday. Now that you are back, now that you are back from that trip in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan, talk a little bit about what you learned about those countries in this fight against ISIS that you didn't know before your visit.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think it clearly what President al-Sisi said in Egypt was that, yes, we do have a battle against ISIS, but it's broader than that. Al-Qaeda, al-Nusra, many other groups that we need to be aware of and be conscious of their objectives. We have clearly concerns with what's taking place in Afghanistan with the Taliban. The Taliban, while we have been effective in training, equipping, and advising the Afghan army, they have immense resources through the poppy sale and through the heroin production, about $3 billion industry, about $200 million of that goes to the Taliban each year. So all these entities have enormous resources. My interest is really twofold: to address the terrorism financing component, to make sure that we can intercept the capacities of these organizations, and also working with these countries on passports. There's only 10 countries who cooperate with Interpol today to track stolen passports. There's a large bank that Interpol has, about 80,000 passports. And with only 10 countries seeking to identify those stolen passports, it leaves us very vulnerable. We found that out with the Malaysian Airlines. We found that out with Honduras last week with 5 stolen passports that they found. And certainly we're vulnerable. And our objective, through good intel, through intercepting the financing and these passports, are 3 means that we have to be proactive and very vigilant on to make sure we protect our country.
Well, Congressman, we need to talk about this, especially in that meeting yesterday. Vladimir Putin, he agreed to play a larger role in the fight against ISIS. But when it comes to the United States, and knowing, yes, there's an agreement on avoiding confrontations when it comes to airspace, but no coordination as far as air campaigns, what can be trusted when it comes to Russia and Vladimir Putin, if anything?
Well, we have to look at Mr. Putin in the context of his own objectives. I mean, he's there to protect and secure Assad, and that's something that frankly goes against the wishes and the interest of our Gulf state partners. They've all wanted him out. They've been very frustrated over the lack of commitment by this administration to take out Assad and secure a plan that would. They will jump on board. They'll get involved if we have a plan. And we have not had a plan. We have not executed a plan to engage them. And I think it's critical that we do it. I sat down with the Saudi leadership. They're very much willing to be engaged with us. They see us as their strongest partner.
All right.
But at the same time, they realize that Russia is playing a very key role, and Iran is playing a very key role in igniting continued support for some of these terrorists.
Republican Congressman Robert Pittenger, appreciate your time being with us on a Friday. Thank you.
Thank you. Best to you.
And to you as well. Developing now, millions of Americans are bracing for travel delays and disruptions today as an ice storm is building in the west, and heavy rain is expected to flood parts of the east. We'll bring you the latest forecast next. Plus, the Black Friday shopping rush is well underway. Look at the cheers as the first people are making it through the doors. But online sales also are setting records this year. How busy are stores today now that the deals last for days and with so much free shipping? We'll get a live report on that as well.